We're back. It started to rain. We got cut off the last one. The last one. Wow. The last time. For some of you, the last time you wind up on somebody was significant for that person. Who knows? Might be a fated encounter between you and this person. You never know. I am Goddess High Priestess Empress Avila Pantera. Welcome. This is take two. As it started to rain, as we were sitting here talking about water in the last message. So I went and made me some mocha cafe. Why y'all get the notification? Because we about to go in. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, we are. Oh, yes, we are. So, welcome, us. Welcome, my love. From the beginning, from the top. As you can see from the title, I have the dates from June to October, as we are going to be doing a Pluto watch with these lives that we'll be doing, I would say, till September. And then after that, we'll let the energy ride out. But it's going to be doing that anyway as we pull messages and provide guidance. So, Pluto, retrograde, Capricorn, 29 degrees on the 11th. It's going to be significant for the collective as a whole, what's external to you, and what's your responsibility. Okay. You'll know more about where this is for you depending on where Pluto and Capricorn will be in which house. And that's the area of your life where you, I would say, you know, see what's going on in terms of what has to transform or what must change, because that's the purpose of this Pluto retrograde, as far as what's going to change or what you must change. And more so having to do with the way you're going to self govern yourself. Okay. So, obviously, as we pull the cards, we're going to get more information as to where you all, as a collective, in this live or watching this on the replay. Because once this comes up on your feed, you're obviously here for a reason. So, we'll see what the message is as the cards come out as to what, where you all are at. And if it resonates with you, resonates with you. If it doesn't, it may not be the message for you at this current moment, maybe bits and pieces, but don't make it fit. Take what does resonate. So, as far as the runes that we got, we have Ingus or Beth, which is the rune of the Empress, which has to do with fertility, but also the essence of creativity and creating. It's an internal force. Okay. Then we have the Isa rune, which is symbolic of the hanged man, and it's how the world is seeing you. Now, that represents ice. So while you're in this essence of creativity, you may be coming across as a Queen of Swords, King of Swords type of vibes. And fair enough, with Pluto still in Aquarius, 0 degrees, it will be in Capricorn, 29 degrees, 5 more days from now, the 11th. Bruh, same message as last time. But there's a lot of revving up, a lot of speed around you, so things may be moving quickly. 414 could be significant. Then you have Tiwaz, okay, which is the rune of the warrior, but also speaks of order, self sacrifice, stability, lawfulness, and courage. As far as the oracle messages you received, what came out was creation, number 29. So Capricorn, 29 degrees is going to be something serious. Okay? It's going boy. Because my thing is, as far as the cosmos concerned, if you're here in this lifetime, this is the last time you're going to see Pluto in Capricorn. It's the last time you're going to see Pluto in Capricorn. So, because it takes 256 years for it to complete a rotation, something like that. And each time it goes into a sign, there's drastic changes. Whether it's 0 degrees or 29 degrees, you're going to see a drastic change with yourself and the world around you. As you can see already, when Pluto went into Aquarius, and then it's going to go back into Capricorn. So this is basically like cleaning up old structures that were still getting in the way of you going through a transformation that allows you to be in harmony, Aquarius, in harmony, being an innovator. For most of you here, has a lot to do with entrepreneurship. So you may have seen a lot of changes in the area of work, sixth house, 10th house, your reputation, things of that nature. Then you have marine life richness. So 555 on the timer. With this richness card here, okay, water, first and foremost, says flow forward with grace and confidence. Be true to your emotions. Do not allow yourself to become stagnant in your ways. Creation is your birthright. If creation is your birthright, type that John in the chat. Okay. Welcome, my love. Welcome, Georgie. So gassed. I love it. It says here, creation is your birthright. Consider what is vital to your happiness and ensure that you seek it. Very strong message, because creation, water, we can look at this as the Cancerian energy. So Cancer being the polar opposite of Capricorn, that's going to be hosting Pluto at 29 degrees, is asking you while it's in retrograde, what traditions and connection to your ancestral lineage are you still connected to that no longer serve you or your bloodline? But it was something that was taken on due to fear, doubt, worry, because of one not fully utilizing their own power to govern themselves. Because if we really go back into moments of slavery, first and foremost, you have to allow someone to enslave you. Second of all, you would have to be bold enough to not allow that to happen. And now that boldness, some have taken it upon themselves to not be enslaved, and they did what they had to do to get away from it. Right? Now, with that being said, there's still certain traditions or values, a way of responding to life that the collective can still be connected to. That while Pluto goes back into Capricorn on the 11th up until the 10th of October, is really going to help you to align with what it is that you love to do, especially with Venus and Leo from now till then. Usually Venus is in the sign for 6 weeks. Okay. Usually Venus is in the sign for 6 weeks. Venus is going to be in the sign of Leo for 4 months. Okay. So Venus, core values, beauty, um, core values, beauty, your finances, emotional stability, security, your worth. In the sign of Leo, of regalness, of risk, of fun, of the childlike nature that has a vast imagination, of love, passion, sensuality, fierceness. Come on now. While Jupiter is in Taurus, are you shitting me right now? Do you know the type of regal energy you in now? Come on now. Now you see why all of these distractions are happening. So they can absorb your energy of worry and doubt, so you don't focus on the opportunity that you have to enjoy the fuck out your life. Granted, be aware, okay? Don't be out here clueless and shit. I'm not saying that either. But Live your life. Prepare yourself for whatever you got to prepare yourself for. It's always best to be prepared than to have to get ready. But don't make your life a whole, forefront of getting prepared for war. And that then the main war is happening within the body. Just put it that way. The main war is happening with one's mental state. And if we go even further with it, that's their war. When I say their war, I mean those who are not in alignment to universal law. The time has to come where the collective have to stop fighting fights that don't even have anything to do with them, but they make you believe that it has everything to do with you. And granted, the reality may seem that way, but there's something beautiful about a reality is that you have power over it with your own thoughts. So let me read something to you that I came across yesterday, which I was going to mention yesterday, but I said if it fits, I'll do it. But we're here now. We're here now. Y'all ready for this? Let me take a sip of this here. Cheers to beautiful moments. So here we go. This has to do with Aquarius energy. I want you to place yourself in the position of a transformation that happens through inner growth. Okay? A transformation through inner growth that starts deep within you, touching on psychological sensitive areas. I just want you to listen to the words. Welcome, third eye. Ashe, creation is our birthright. It says here, let me see. For 2,000 years, water ruled the world. Then the solar system swung into the air sign Aquarius. And now it is the airship that rains fire upon waterships. And alas, alas, the great city we're in were made by rich, all that had ships in the sea by reason of her coastlines. For in 1 hour she made desolate. Now this is in Revelation 18. Well, it says Rev 18 to 19. Not sure. I would have to see. But anyway, well, maybe from 18 to 19 is where you'll find this. Now it says here, Aquarius is the only human or man sign of the 12 signs or sons of Jacob. Jacob in Hebrew means circle. The son or son of Jacob, Dan, the book of Daniel, means a judge. And in this and is the sun that rules Aquarius. Therefore, we are now in the judgment age. The day of judgment will last about 2,000 years, or while the solar system is in Aquarius and ruled by Dan, the judge. Now, Daniel, let me see. Let's go right this way. Type that. Ruled by the judge, ruled by Dan, which is the judge. What type of judge? Spiritual judge. Okay. And Aquarius is the spiritual energy of the physical Leo, the sun. So then, statements made relative to the end of the world in a general way refer to the entrance of our solar system into the sign of humanity, Aquarius, or sign of the son of man in the heavens. Now, the sun within you, when it comes to your heaven, because the heavens within you is the most heaved up place, which is your brain, the sun within you is your solar plexus. All right, let's keep going. It says to refer to Luke 21 and Matthew 24, the direct reference to the real time of the end of the world or activity of competition, interest, profit, rent, and exploitation of labor is clearly explained in Revelation 18. The letters BAB means doorway to God. YLON means confusion. So Babylon means the door to God in confusion, or the overthrow of the churches that claim they taught the way to heaven, and that heaven is somewhere other than where the scriptures teach that it is. The kingdom of heaven is within you. Your bodies are the temple of the living God. The Ghost, okay, the Holy Ghost dwelleth in you. The blind leaders of the blind have fallen into the ditch, and the old mine of war and competition is being gathered together as a scroll. Huh. That is happening because that's a confirmation from the message I got today. Yes, indeed. From number 43. If you're seeing 43, it has to do with the Father has gathered. Okay. And it says here, the blind leaders of the blind have fallen into the ditch, and the old mine of war and competition is being gathered together as a scroll. Out of the chemicalizing mass of gods, creative compounds, out of wars and rumors of war, out from the strange shapes and ghostly shadows that creep over the face of the earth, out from the trenches of 1,000 blood soaked battlefields where God's loosed thunder shakes the world, where vultures flap and airships rain fire, where Armageddon's blood reddens the horse's bridle, and the war god wallows in the mirror of the old world's lifebloods, there will come forth from the crystallizing carbon of a material age the diamond of the new faith, sparkling with the truths of science and philosophy. The revolutionary planet Uranus entered the sign of the Son of Man, Aquarius, February 1912, to remain 7 years or until February 1919. Some astrologers figure that Uranus will not pass from Aquarius until October 1919. Here is a memorandum of some of the doings of Uranus. During the French Revolution, this sun or son of heaven, Uranus, is from the Greek word meaning heavens, was in the constellation that rules France. In 1776, Uranus was in Gemini, the ruler of the United States. 84 years later, the length of time required for this planet to pass through 12 signs, 7 years in a sign, brings it back to Gemini, and then we had a civil war. Y'all want to know when Uranus is going back into Gemini? So here you go. Uranus will be in Gemini July 7th, 2025 to November 7th, 2025. Then it'll go retrograde back into Taurus. Then it'll come back into the sign of Gemini April 25th, 2026 to August 3rd, 2032. Retrograde again back into the sign of Taurus, going direct back into Gemini December 12th, 2032 to May 22nd, 2033. So you see how important it is for where you're at in your life and the changes you're being asked to make. Uranus overthrew kings in France, then kings on this continent, then chattel slavery. In the year 1912, Uranus entered the sign of humanity, a world sign or sign of the whole earth. Wow. 533. Let me look at this. Let me tell y'all something. The way I deliver messages here on this channel is for you to figure out the dynamics you have going on within your home. So that way, when it's happening outside of you, you're not so easily sucked into what they're telling you that you're this, that, or whatever, or you can govern yourself. Okay? Let's see here. 533. Let me look at this. Strong, mighty, which represents God. And there was a cop car outside just now. Why I put in 533 was because he said careful. In the year 1912, Uranus entered the sign of humanity, a world sign and a sign of the whole earth. And astrologers look for world revolution and the overthrow of all kings, emperors, Caesars, Kaisers, and tyrants and warlords, whoever and wherever they be. Commercialism, wage slavery, child slavery, competition, the liquor traffic, the traffic in the bodies of women have received their deadly wound from the righteous wrath of a world awakened conscience. To the illumined men and women, to those who have the vision of the new time reflected on the canvas of their consciousness, the end of the world is the prelude to the age of regeneration. A pigeon. Hold on. 535. To be weak, to droop, to languish, to be exhausted of the heart. Okay. All operations of divine wisdom are threefold. First, the heavens declare future manifestations. Second, these operations appear in the commercial world. Third, man realizes their ultimatum in his physical organism, heart. And so it has come to pass that as the second act, and so it has come to pass that as the second act, the world catalysm, draws to its end, that man sees the end of animalism in his own body. Gluttony, drunkenness, sex perversion, and wasting his substance and righteous living are all called upon to the judgment seat. Prohibition of alcoholic drinks, food conservation, vegetarian propaganda, and clean living comes to the fore everywhere, and thus we see the end of the old world of sin and ignorance that has dominated man for ages. Behold, I make all things new. Then, when the animal is conquered, no lion shall be there, nor any ravenous beast shall walk there, metaphorically speaking. So, as you can see, what we have upon us, okay? It's the year 2023, Uranus in Gemini. Gemini rules the US. The US is in its Pluto return. Now you see why everything is going down the way it's going down. So best way for you to go about this, email me. We can look into your natal chart and see what's what and whatever you must do in terms of your cosmic signature is what I will be focusing on. Okay. Welcome, Joe. Welcome, Yvette. So, primarily, what you would want to really look into is your galactic signature. So, for those of you, okay, as far as galactic signature is concerned, those of you who are part of the white truth clan, you are either a white dog, blue monkey, yellow human, red Skywalker, or white wizard. Okay? As far as that is concerned, the white dog tribe generates truth as the power of the heart. The blue monkey tribe transmits truth as the power of magic. The yellow human tribe energizes truth as the power of free will. The red skywalker tribe protects truth as the power of space. And the white wizard tribe climaxes truth as the power of timelessness. Through the power of timelessness, the truth now becomes sky. Now, if we look up in terms of what is at the highest peak as far as nature, the nature world would be the sky. So I'm gonna actually read through this. Hold on, let me see what's today. We are okay. So today's the yellow resonant seed, Can 124 days. So the yellow seed is the yellow fire clan. So you have fire, blood, truth, sky clans when it comes to galactic signatures. Today, we are connecting to the yellow fire clan as far as the day is concerned, and the yellow seed tribe climaxes fire as the power of flowering. Through the power of flowering, fire becomes blood. Let me see what message comes out here, but I'll read through all of those in a bit. Give me 1 second. I just want to see what message comes through here. Because also, when I looked into 823, it says, I will cause change. 2315, which would be these two, standing still, warrior. Okay. It speaks. Okay. So all three of these, there's a force within you that is being whirled or created at this time. Okay. That will cause change within. As 2315 represents chamber, innermost, or inward part, or within. Let me see what message comes out for y'all here. So, yes, July 7th, 2025 is when Uranus will be in Gemini. And the last time Uranus was in Gemini, US, that was the Civil War. Sven, welcome. Namaste. Okay, here we go. We got the core family, the family that understands, is coming out here as we're speaking of galactic signatures. Now, I have other cards in this deck, but we really got to dive deep into these signatures here. So if you are part of the core family, you are a white wind, blue hand, yellow human, or red earth galactic signature. If you are a white wind, you are connected to the energies of the high priestess, the fire clan. Blue hand, you are the avatar in the blood clan. Yellow human, you're the sage in the truth clan. Red earth, you are the navigator in the sky clan. All together, core family, the family that understands. Your energy is rooted in logic, and you come to an understanding through concentration and focus. You are connected to nature's rhythms, and therefore you can connect with all different kind of life forms. Understanding through logic is a universal principle and the only common ground for human beings. You directly see the underlying pattern from an objective point of view. You have the clarity to verify and select a reliable pattern and then to project it into the future. Your ultimate role, core family, is to lead. Your energy is the mirror of the signal family, which is the family that feels. The signal family, which we don't have out here, but because you are a reflection of that, your energy format is cyclic and your life is a maturation process. You tend to lack stability. Your life is in a constant transition and change. You find your truth through experience and you grow through crisis. So, this Pluto Capricorn 29 degrees, Pluto Aquarius 0 degrees, this could be kicking in also at this time. Surrendering to the flow is essential to appreciate the value of the now. Trust in the universe and allow yourself to get absorbed by the experience of the now. At the end of a cycle, reflect and you will gain the abstract understanding of its value when the development is complete. Patience is the key, Signal family. Wait and see. Gather the internal power to bring each process to its fullness. Witness hope and pain and move on, despite inherent dangers and fears. Your energy is the mirror of the core family, which is what we started with here. Now, for those of you who are asking who's part of the Signal family, that would be the Blue Knight, Yellow Star, Red Skywalker, and White Mirror. Now, as far as the White Wind, Fire Clan, White Wind, we're going to look at this core family in terms of their abilities together as a family, okay? White Wind, you energize fire as the power of spirit. Blue Hand, you energize blood as the power of accomplishment. Yellow Human, you energize truth as the power of free will. And Red Earth, you energize sky as the power of navigation. So, what you are going to want to do based off of what we're looking at now, you can Google your galactic signature. That could help you receive some more information. So, we have here the yellow warrior that's at the bottom of the deck. And the yellow warrior, all right, you are, let me see here, you're part of the Blue Sky Clan, the tribe that transmits sky as the power of intelligence. Okay, let me grab up these elemental cards and see what message does Source have for you all at this time regarding what we just looked at. The yellow warrior, the way you bring order in chaos is through questioning. If you are a yellow warrior, when we speak of bringing order in chaos or aligning with the order in chaos, you do so through questioning, yellow warrior. Now we have number 18, solidity, inner core. Yeah, as we saw already, that a change is happening within. Wildness, electricity, Uranus, okay? And Uranus is, in terms of your body, is all about the electrical impulses that flows through your nerves. 1836 we have here. Let's see what we got going on. The dove represents purification. Of the lower mind, the higher mind, and the ethereal body. And now we have the equator. Wow. This is 3333. So if you are part of this core family, this is just, yeah. You get the point. There are some messages in here for you. Joy through music. Let me see. Source just been wanting me to deliver messages today or look into galactic signatures more than usual. So here we are. And this is an example of preparation, because I put some cards together a few months back. This deck, which has a lot of galactic signature information. So let's see. We have inner core electricity, the equator. White wind. White wind galactic signature, significant here. And as we know, white wind, you energize fire as the power of spirit. So fire sign energy as the phoenix from the ashes rises from fate, the surrender of control, trusting that the universe will make self change in your ongoing life process. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Prepare for whatever it is that you must prepare for, the unknowable, trusting in the unknown while you're preparing for the unknown without fear. Okay? Then we have the red Skywalker, bringing order and chaos through exploration. Skywalker. Solar plexus, wakefulness. Let's see what else we got coming through here. Solidity, wildness, making equal. I love this card, the equator. So beautiful. Life path 5 could be significant as well. Venus, or you born on a Friday. Ansus, holy knowledge. There are no coincidences. Be attentive and aware of the wise one, aligning the positive and the negative. Let me keep going. Let me switch decks. Fucus. That's a confirmation for what I was just thinking about just now. Just to self, though. Note to self. Let me keep going. 550. What do you want them to know, Source? Cosmic ancestors. Infinite creator law. Fellow ascended masters. Solomonic lineage. Collective release comparisons now. As Source has hid you as the great you are. It says here, Source hides you as the great you are until you realign with the higher self or self. Release comparison now. This will help you to clear yourself from this spiritual wound. You are connected to the warrior lineage or a warrior lineage. Okay? Tiwaz, you may want to walk around with this rune. It's spelled Tiewaaz. You may want to research it, but it helps to heal issues with arthritis or the hands. Oak trees are significant. Okay. Let's take these. This is at the bottom. What do you want them to know regarding the Solomonic lineage? You may want to study Solomon Pentacles. We have here Tefnut. Okay. Deity of moisture. The lioness. Tongue of healing. Ptah. Shares her role with Sekhmet, Hathor, Mut or Mut. Bast, Isis or Haset, Wajet, Netbet. The Cobra, Lady of the Flame, Tefnut, is at the bottom of the deck with the white horse, the rider with the bow and the crown, sent out to conquer. Let's see what else we have here. Deja vu, you've done this before. So let's say you don't know your galactic signature, right? Everything I just said, though, the cells in your body already remember this. It knows what I'm telling you, okay? And we have here, deja vu, surrender, deliver all that is out of your control to the Most High. Be ready to shift. Allow the energy that is I feel like for some of you, I'm getting the message here, it has something to do with your solar plexus, which is why you may have noticed that your appetite change. Literally, the start of Venus in opposition to Pluto. Okay, the fourth, and this was exactly the fifth. Excuse me, exactly at 4:04 Universal Time. Wow. Notice I have this card in here twice because on this one I have like. So this is you getting to know yourself, getting adapted to realigning with self, but it came out here. And the other one is basically saying that you have done that alignment, and all it takes is for you to fully merge what you know and the way you take action. Okay. So, with that being said, Proverbs 22:26 is saying here, do not be among those who give pledges, be among those who become guarantors for debts. You are a lender, not a borrower, or you will be within the next 6 months, or you're at the 6 month mark where it's time for you to shift. And it's asking us here to pull 1 to 3 oracle cards as there is a message from your guardian angel. So let's take a look. It's 555. Shade. What is the message for the collective? I'm going to look into the numbers as well so that we can dive deeper into it. Guardian angels of the collective. What is the message? They want me to tell you that this is general. General in the sense of the root of whatever it is you have going on right now. Obviously, each and every one of you are experiencing changes and cycles in different ways, right? So this is the message for the collective from your guardian angels as to what's going on or what to do. Message, guardian angels for the collective. Message, guardian angels. Okay. We have broken heart. I heard cleansing the broken heart because it's mending here. Water is very significant. Okay. Yes. Mending for sure, baby. Oh, yes. 22, yin yang. Master number 22. Shout out to my fellow Ascended Master numbers 22. We have here broken heart was the door to personal healing and happiness and journey. This was all part of your journey. This broken heart that you've been feeling or have experienced was all part of the process for you to walk through the door of personal healing. To collect the fragments of your soul, 4422, to become solid, so that inner core could become solid. You see that? See that? Let's look at these numbers though. 9342. Hmm. Let me look at 342. Actually, let me flip it. Because when searching in the lexicon, when you start a number with 9, there aren't any um, results for it. So I put 342, 9. Yes, it makes sense though. It makes perfect sense. 29 degrees Capricorn, come through source. 34, third house, fourth house, seventh house could be significant for those of you that are in here. But there is a light that's being turned on from the depths of the reflection that you've been doing about this journey towards the door to personal healing and happiness. Now, as far as that's concerned, right? 3429, dwelling in rest. Bass. That is significant here. Okay. 6. I'm hearing physical healing of physical health. This 6 o'clock on the dot, 6 6. Okay. Physical health, healing physical health. You've healed yourself. Some of you here have literally have been doing things that's healing yourself because you're breaking um ancestral coins. Well, I was about to say coins, cords. For some of you, you have ancestors that are wanting for you to do a money offering so that way they can do what they must do in the realms that they're in. Okay. Let me see. At the guardian angels, you have serpent charmer, Capricorn 8 degrees, assisting you with the shadow work. You are on the warrior path of the jaguar, cosmic parents, helping you with whenever your head is not on your shoulders and you're too stuck in the lower mind. Now we got Queen of Sheba, which is the seventh daughter of 7, establishing harmony through love. Number 7 also speaks of fulfillment and rest. Now, this number that we just looked at, dwelling in rest, 3429, some of you have to get some rest here. Feel like in order for whatever ritual you have been doing, part of it that's missing is either getting some physical rest, mentally resting, or while we're in Gemini season, really even having the conversation within your thoughts that you are resting, that you are grounding yourself, because that would also be affected. And Mercury's going into Gemini on the 11th. That there's that. So, and also in order for you to, let's say you wanted to do a return descender, you don't have to. All you have to do is get some rest, be in a state of joy, be in a state of joy, dance, listen to music. There are messages that's going to confirm what I'm telling you right now. That's going to give you an aha moment about this, about the fury. Yeah, you may want to, there's something about retaliating here. Expansion, North Node. They want you to rest, be in a state of joy so that way they can do their work. Because as long as you're in this warrior state, like it says here, there's an internal force that's going to make change, something with on the inside, something external that's stepping in on the inside. Part of them stepping in inside is to get you to a point of rest, to stand still. Whoever you are, you know what this means for you. Okay, then we have cut the cord right now. Archangel Haziel is also working with you, which is the God of mercy, or has been working with you on your team since May 1st to the 5th. Or this could be a Taurus, or you may have just had this urge to um, want to put on or use silver more. I'm also here in Silver City. Then we have forgiveness and reconciliation is key for your ancestors to do what they're doing. Okay. We have the cherubs, guardian of light and stars, Chakma. You may want to work with lapis lazuli, aventurine, and hematite, wearing more turquoise or yellow. Know that you are enough to be able to move forward. Okay, you may have a North Node, South Node, Virgo, Pisces, vice versa. That is significant for you. We got the honk there with 604. Let me see what that message is. Uh, Something is being tailored to you. An unclean animal, ferret, gecko, shrew mouse. Some of you have been seeing pests in your environment. That is a clear indication of you getting some rest, being in a state of joy, not retaliating through your physical body. Meditate, read your Psalms. Read the Psalms in connection to numbers that you constantly see. You can read the Psalm of your life path number. You can read the Psalm of your birthday. Break the numbers up, the month, the day, break the year into two, and read those Psalms. We have 1 to 5 days. Maternal energy. I'm also hearing Moon, Cancer, fourth house. Intelligence is simplifying the complex. 1717 is the guidance for you when it comes to your roots, your home, your foundation, to follow the voice of your heart. 1717, as in this moment, you got the world in your hands, and Venus and Leo is definitely going to make you feel that way with work and career. And you're being asked to right now also to stop doing things for others you would not do for yourself, especially after you've gone through a phase of cleansing your energy and checking yourself, doing the shadow work. Stop doing things. Some of you have done the shadow work, but you go against yourself, being your own op, doing what you're no longer doing for yourself for others. Okay. So now let's see. What else we got coming through here? What's at the top? Appreciation. Show appreciation for the journeys you've been on. That's the key right now. I know some of you are tempted to bust somebody ass either with your words. Preferably, if you're going to do that with your words, don't put your hands on nobody. Okay? Take it from me. You just go like this to somebody, and there goes a whole lawsuit or some shit. You don't need that. You don't need it, honey. Give me 1 second. Libra is significant. Give me a moment. Hold on. Okay, darling. It's hitting. Appreciate you all for hitting the thumbs up love button. Appreciate that. Okay. I want to pull some more of my cards, see what we're talking about. What other messages we have here? Hello, Most High. Yes. All praise is due to the Most High, infinite creator of all. of unconditional love. Wow. Whew. Most High, followed by primordial power. You're being asked, collective, to focus on the mission, not how, of healing the division, breach between the body, mind, spirit, and soul with herbs, magic, divination, crystals, prayer, affirmations, etc. Yes, the Most High is here, primordial power being activated. Come on, come on, come on. Enough is enough, right? But this is the way it is. Like it says, study your science, study the science of you. The stars are aligning you, your natal chart. There go the Most High came out. Cut all cords of codependency. Be what you want to attract. Palace Athena, you may want to look into your palace placement to know more about your art of war. With patience. Some of you, it's in the sign of Sag or ninth house. So your own philosophy, traveling, studying faith, things of that nature will help you in terms of your art of war. By knowing, you're able to take the proper course of action. I mean, usually, but knowing in terms of philosophy or different faiths and getting to the core of it. Okay. Welcome those of you who are here. What else? Solitariness. Desert, number 13. With discipline. Okay, so this moment of isolation was all part of your journey. This is where you were learning to discipline yourself or your levels of discipline. Well, okay, let's vibe. Let's rock and roll. Let me put my lovely books over this way because we gonna need some space. You feel me? We gonna need some space. Okay. We gonna need some space. Let's roll. Why is it a struggle? Why is isolation a struggle? What makes it feel like a struggle? 6:11 on the timer. Well, on the clock, not the timer. What's the message here for the collective? What we got going on? It's that oracle message just to get to the. What do I want to do though? Let's see. $58. What's the message? What we got going on here for the collective? Pluto, what's up? What's up, Pluto? Transformation through inner growth. Ooh-wee. What's up, Pluto? Archangel Uriel comes out. Reactivating soul memory. Wow. Okay. The reason why I said wow was because when I said 58, and I feel like this, I was thinking of the reading that we did yesterday, the love reading, and the way we did the love reading yesterday. I was like, within myself, I was like, if something about love comes out, we'll do a message like that again. Reactivating soul memory to walk through this door to romance from the broken heart that led to personal healing and happiness, which was the purpose of the journey. What's at the top? deceit. What's in the center? Wow, heavy hitters. And the energy of Gabriel is today, as a matter of fact. As far as, let me make sure something here. No, that ain't it. Today's what? No, today's Tuesday. It's not Gabriel. Excuse me. Oop. It is the day of the pink flame, Archangel Shamuel, and the invocation for Tuesday. Beloved presence of God, I am in myself. I love you and worship you. What are you worshiping right now? The beloved presence of God. I am in self. O thou powerful pink flame in my heart, I am sending thee my ceaseless love and worship to thee and to the great God of the universe and his messengers. I am sending my love to the whole of life everywhere. I bliss all life I ever touch with my thoughts, feelings, speech, or acts. I do not criticize, I no longer condemn, and do not misjudge. I am patience and understanding in thinking, feeling, and speech, and I let my life current flows only as God's blessing. I am sealed in God's pink flame of love. I am presence bringing consolation everywhere to the whole of life. I am now getting out of the worries of my outer self and entering the little chamber, the grand chamber. Ooh, there goes chamber. For number 2315, of my heart into a secret place of the Most High. I am standing and watching the holy threefold flame, the clothing of my beautiful Christ self. I am relaxing and recuperating in love of God's presence. Once again, presence of God is I am where in myself, in yourself. I am letting my worship flows into my presence. Now I am aware that my body is a temple in which immortal flame of life, everlasting, is burning, in which the Holy Christ self is created in the image and the likeness of my Father, expecting my adoration, my love, and my devotion, and the likeness of my mother and father, cosmic ancestors, so on and so forth. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Hmm. Hmm. So, stay focused in the chat with the messages that are being delivered so we're not distracting others in the chat. Thank you. What else do we have here for the collective? Okay. We have the journey card that came out in Riosa. Archangel Uriel with the journey card in reverse. And then we have the broken heart. So, in the beginning was the word. Energy is fluid. What do we have going on here for the collective? Temperance, alchemy, balance. With the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck, generosity, one who knows their life purpose as the alchemist. Al, something of. Chem, the dark. Life purpose of alchemizing, bringing light through the dark, the journey through the underworld. Venus in opposition to Pluto is really speaking of, too, that Persephone Hades vibes as well. And then we have the Empress showing through here. Wow. Okay. With the Ace of Swords. This is amazing. Show me this journey here. As far as Archangel Uriel, the crown. Wow. We have the Fool card with the Six of Cups, taking a leap of faith when it comes to one's past life. Okay. This is really taking a journey through the underworld here. And if we're speaking of Lucifer morning star, that would be before sunrise, the dawn. Wow. Okay, give me a second. Nine of Pentacles, Venus in Virgo, which will occur in October. Mars and Leo right now. So, Archangel Uriel is helping the collector to reactivate soul memory of being the alchemist, but also extremely nurturing. And then we have here Judgment, but one has to answer the calling, like fully answer the calling. Okay. I'm being told right now through this message that some of you felt like you've answered your calling, but you're 1 foot in and 1 foot out, which means you didn't. So, let's say you did, though. You did so without the inner child. So, okay. This is an example of, let's say you want to move or relocate. And the reason why you want to relocate has to do with some form of trauma or drama that you haven't gotten to the bottom of. And the decision that you take to move is more so impulsive. So what this message is saying, this is why whenever you do take that step, right, to relocate or to move, you're constantly having to come back. Reason being because you're taking energy from a previous cycle into a new cycle. This is also what Pluto retrograde going back into Capricorn is going to get you to do, is asking you to get rid of all things that don't allow you to follow what you love to do. Because right now is about you trusting in your core values and doing what you love to do. Trusting your willpower, trusting that gut instinct, and not being afraid of the unknown. So, let's see. Wow. Page of Pentacles and the King of Cups. I just heard application. King of Cups. The reason why you would take action impulsively is because you weren't feeling supported, but that was part of the journey to your personal healing and happiness, hence the broken heart that came out prior to this. which is right here at the bottom of the deck. And look at here, we got the man holding the heart, which is basically the King of Cups. And behind the King of Cups is Metatron and Shamuel. Wow. With walking away. This is basically like walking away from authority figures without appreciating the cycle. So each time you do that, you have to, you make the move, but you always have to come back. And you've been wondering, like, why does this keep happening? Why every time I decide to do this, it doesn't work out as planned? Well, there's something you have to clear out from the past section that you was in, because you keep bringing this with you. So with you bringing it with you is just as good as you not actually making that move. Even though you physically did take that step to make the move spiritually, you're still in the past cycle. Okay, so now that enough is enough, you're setting boundaries, and now you're recognizing what it needs and feels like to answer that call. And part of the reason why most of you weren't able to fully answer it is because of not wanting to. It had something to do with guilt, people making you feel guilty, or people feel like you were disrespecting them, or traditional culture. See, that thing about culture is the most subtle way that one can mentally enslave themselves when it comes to culture. Okay. No disrespect toward culture. I'm just saying that there are certain things that people do because of their culture that'll keep them stuck. Or when you really observe what's going on for the sake of culture, it's like common sense wouldn't allow you to do that. Tower. Pluto. Transformation. Jupiter and Capricorn. This man. Age of Aquarius. Man. Transformation, Three of Wands. Once you go through that transformation, now you can fully move forward. In fact, what you decide to do next, reflects the question. What you decide to do next reflects now. The questions you have about now to do what you're going to do next reflects who you are. So, this Death card here with Three of Wands, that's Sun in Aries. Do you know who you are now after this transformation? Because if you do, Cancer season is going to be a beautiful season for you. If you were Cancer rising, yes, even more so. What we have? Yeah, Cancer season. There goes the moon, but this could also mean Pisces as well. Let's see here. The moon and the Hierophant. Yeah, there's certain traditions of when it comes to spirituality here that are under judgment, as we all know. But this is just confirming, like, yeah, it's on and popping. Four of Cups, Moon in Cancer. Let me see when is the moon next in Cancer, because that's just right before, right after. Okay. So we're looking at the 19th, 20th. Saturn will already be retrograde in the sign of Pisces, detox. Detoxing physically, mentally, emotionally, primarily spiritually. This is when you'll really start to feel yourself shifting into detoxing physically and spiritually. Pisces, Virgo, Saturn, Cancer, Capricorn. And this is going to change your foundation. This is going to cause you to relocate. And this relocation won't be so taxing on you. A change in career won't feel like the rug was pulled underneath your feet. Any health matters that you have, going on right now, and let it be so. I say that you are miraculously healed from it. Or you'll be given the opportunity to do so. Detoxing mentally, observing your thoughts, and being honest with yourself. Is this going to serve you to do what you want to do? Is you really having a moment where are your thoughts benefiting where you want to go and what you want to do, or you are creating more of the problem that is blocking you from what you want to do? Okay. So now let me see what the energy card for this is. Are your thoughts reflecting the change or stagnancy? Wow. Didn't mean to whistle, but contract. Oh, yeah. Is the energy here regarding, yeah, something is going to end where you have to do something dolo. Some of you may even be going back to school. Something regarding law. Some some type of reform here is also significant. The thinking woman and the goddess of the moon. So you're merging the practical with the spiritual. Okay, there goes full moon in Pisces, Virgo season. Community. The next 7 days, you're going to have a revelation or clarity regarding people who want things from you, whether it's for their own gain or for the gain of both. This broken heart is what? Why is storm warning? Anxiety, adjacent possibilities, appreciation. I'm hearing there's so many ways for you to look at this. You can choose to look at it to cause more burden in your life or to liberate yourself. Now, in order for you to be delivered or healed from whatever it is that you're going through, delivered or healed, when you are waiting for delivery, right? Doesn't someone have to be there to receive it, or don't you have to pick it up? Or when I mean receive it, just picture you're receiving a delivery. You have to put your hands out. You have to surrender, or yeah, put your hands out in order for you to receive what's being delivered to you. So it's the same, flow here that we got going on when it comes to what it is that you're healing from. So once you receive that healing, in that moment, you should be able to differentiate when you're on the path that is evolving from that state of healing, or opening yourself up to something that is going to put you back in process of having to go through the healing again. Okay. So let me see what else we got going on here. And also to detox mentally, to be mindful of what it is that you're seeing with these two eyes. Because what you're seeing here is being programmed into your brain. And in reality, you see with your brain. So there's that. So wherever your eyes decides to guide you, wherever you feel with the authority you have with your body and decision making, wherever you decide to go, know that this stemmed from your brain initially. No one can make you do anything. That is always up to you. The only one that can make you do something is always going to be you. The hangman again, current situation, you're being asked to stand still. Let's see what we got going on here. There goes the healing card again. Well, healing energy. Again, Aquarius. What was that came up the other day? We'll see. What is crossing this energy? What's the challenge for the collective when it comes to standing still? Aquarius, King of Swords. Mental manipulation. Other people. The way others see you. Okay. Getting that possibly the struggle with isolation is your perception of what people perceive of you because you decide to isolate yourself. And isolation is not a negative thing. Rather, isolation is not toxic. Can it become toxic? Yes, but from what we're picking up now, no. It's literally a moment where you are connecting to your essence of your birthright, which is creation. Because as a baby is growing in the womb, it is also isolated within the womb space, which is basically what you're doing. What's toxic about that? Some of you are at a 6-month mark when it comes to that incubation or gestation period. Wow. The Wheel of Fortune is here, which is Tiwa's, the warrior rune. Okay. I want to look more into that though. Warrior. Self-sacrifice. People feel like you're sacrificing yourself by isolating. Nah. Plain and simple. If you are that person that is standing still in isolation, you are going through and responding to the cosmos intervening to get you back into alignment. 33 is also significant with the 33 vertebrae here. It's also what the hangman symbolizes. Now, because it's the time for you to make use of the skills and wisdom you have acquired thus far. As soon as you feel like what you know you're doing is for your highest purpose and you start to feel guilty, sage yourself. Sage. Some of you may want to get, mentioned this before, putting a garlic head on your doorway, at the entrance of your doorway, to remove negative energies off of you as you walk through the portal or your door. You can use this rune here in moments of standing still to strengthen your willpower, to heal a wound, for strength and protection, to help you with decisions, or to break free from any curse or ailment that has been wrongly placed upon you. It's bringing the order and chaos. Let's see. Because the King of Swords here as a challenge. Let's see what would the order be? Beautiful. Wow. Okay. To bring order into the situation, love. The Hangman symbolizes the spine. As you can see, he is inverted. Inversion helps you with aligning the spine and releasing energy. The head, specifically the head. The whole garlic piece. You know how they come in a packet with the little net around it? You can like cut up the top piece of it and just make like a little pouch with the excess netting of where all of the heads are, and just make a little pouch, put 2 thumb taps, put that baby on your door. It's lit. And also, this is also symbolic of the crucifixion as well, which is passing the 33rd vertebrae of your spine. After that, there's an entrance to the medulla oblongata, or the brain, which is where you have your pineal and pituitary gland, the land of milk and honey. So yes. We have here the blue clan that's showing through here, significant for the blue moon. Blue moon, wow. Once in the blue moon. Okay. Let's see. As far as this is concerned, to bring order into chaos through love, you are possibly someone that's in the blue sky clan, galactic signature, which means you are a blue eagle, yellow warrior, or red earth, white mirror, blue storm. Blue eagle tribe generates sky as the power of vision. So if you're a blue eagle, you have a very strong ability when it comes to seeing different figures and revelations in the sky. Yellow warrior transmits sky as the power of intelligence, which is receiving energy through your crown. Red earth energizes the sky as the power of navigation, so you're able to see what's going on and which direction to go, south, north, east, west. And it's for you as a red earth, you're going to pick, you already know how you are when it comes to navigation. So there's certain things you do to gain further clarity about that. White mirror protects sky as the power of endlessness. And that's like the distance horizon. Blue storm climaxes the sky as the power of self-generation. Through the power of self-generation, the sky becomes fire. So let's see how this ties in. What's at the basis of this? My new apartment at the end of July. I was hearing feng shui also, so that could be significant, Joe. Welcome, Ocean Goddess. The basis of this, we have the sun. So you're going to receive clarity about the root of the anxiety. Yeah, everybody is. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's going to get pushy. These energies are going to get pushy while Pluto goes back into Capricorn, because you began to experience a lot of changes while it was in Aquarius of what the freedom would feel like in terms of the revolution that you're having personally and connection to the collective. Now that it's going back into Capricorn, it's having you, you know, get rid of some of those structures and ways of order that don't actually serve you, that you're still connected to, that you wanted to bring into this phase of Pluto being Aquarius. The source said it ain't gonna happen. George is like, nah, you ain't bringing that, not bringing that shit from a whole other age and the whole generation to this one. And that's quite significant when you really think about it, as you out here breaking generational curses. There's that. What's in the immediate past, y'all? Wow, World card. In the immediate past, troubles closing out a cycle because that bad boy came out sideways. Why? King of Swords energy. King of Swords has to do with legalities too. Sistren, I shall welcome my love. A world card in your immediate past as a challenge, completing a cycle. This is going back to where we started in the live. The way you handle your personal matters is the way you're going to handle or be handled by these collective worldly shifts. It's the main reason why I be out here telling y'all about galactic signatures, human design, so you can do the. Let me tell you something. They got this information on you anyway, so you might as well know your shit. You might as well know your shit, so they can't use you against you because you don't know you. You see? So, Six of Pentacles. You hear all this stuff about wars and this, that, or whatever. Yeah, I get it. Like I said before, yes, prepare yourself, but don't be sitting here worried about, oh my God, the world's going to end. That shit should be the least of your worries. If the world going to end, the world going to end. So you going to wait for it to end? Prepare and wait for it to end? Like, is the sky going to fall? Is the ground going to rise up? Listen, you are the world. Because remember, you're a soul having a human experience. Your first world is your body. Oh, man. What's crowning the energy here for the collective? Let's get to the bottom of this, source. Come on. You already know the vibes. You know my vibe. When it's over, it's over. Whew, we got the strip card. We got 4 major arcanas. So the macro is working on the micro, which is the only micro we have here is a court card, a person or Aquarius energy. And we know that to be the son or son of man, or Daniel, the book of Daniel, which is about spiritual judgment. Let me go over here. Beloved Offset Isis. In the name of our set, what is the message here? Why is this in the center? Show me the King of Swords. Okay. Baboons. Nothing to play with. Know that shit. But we have here the Two of Pentacles. Jupiter, okay, which has to do with growth and expansion, but the growth you have through integrating your life path within society. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Two of Pentacles, the power of Thoth, healing process, return to order is what this card represents. Clarifying the King of Swords, okay, as your challenge, which has to do with law, legal issues, power, enforcement, military, all that. The power of Thoth, the emerald tablets, highly significant. Now, wow, Ashe. Because there is an actual verse in the emerald tablets that helps you to gain clarity about what order means when it comes to the galactic signature. For instance, I channel in order to target. Today is the yellow resonant seed, galactic signature, kin 124. So if you're a kin 124, you are the yellow resonant seed. And the affirmation is, I channel in order to target. And this is what I mean about this energy of order and the emerald tablets. Now, with that being said, this will help in terms of making sense of it, of the spiritual meaning of the word order through the emerald tablets of Thoth, a verse that says, look in thy life for this order. So when you look in your life, thy life, for this order, you're looking for what word comes after order in your signature. This will be the order that you take, or the steps that you take, or the energy that you use to bring order and chaos. Look in thy life for this order. So this order, that's wild. Because when you reverse it, then you'll actually be reversing discomforts or diseases of the body. Obviously, process. But listen. So for the yellow resonant seed, as we're using it as an example, I channel in order to target. So the yellow resonant seed is here to channel, which will be another form of them bringing balance and chaos through target, so that you have to be real focused about what you're doing, yellow resonant seed. So then it says here, look in thy life for this order, balance and order thy life. Quell all the chaos of the emotions, and thou shalt have order in life. Order brought forth from chaos will bring thee the word of the source, will thee the power of cycles, and make of thy soul a force that free will extend through the ages, a perfect sun from the source. Perfect judgment, perfect spiritual judgment. This shit is deep. Okay. Crowning your reading, you also have Leo energy, taming it by understanding. I'm telling you, y'all got to really get into this galactic signature thing here now. Let me see what else is going on here. See, those of you that are here on this channel, if each and every one of us get a clear understanding of the way we each bring order and chaos, Just one person alone can generate so much energy to the collective, like thousands. That's literally what's been at the forefront of my mind today. I'm like, all this shit is going on in the world, right? Now the world is defined as humanity. But how many are actually moving humanely within humanity? Very few. So what has to be done is there has to be an increase in terms of each and every person understanding themselves to reconnect with unconditional love. Yeah, I'm really about to see how this unconditional love business is the truth in terms of getting all these energies out, which is why all the big guns are coming out, literally and figuratively, to fuck with people and bring fear into people's lives. Now, you may not be in a dynamic or within a home where people are talking about politics and things of that nature, but it's still going on around you energetically. Energy is fluid. You don't got to talk about it. One person around you on that block said it, everybody's picking up on that energy. But love conquers all. You see every day how easy it is for somebody to get distracted, to want to retaliate or to get into some low vibrational frequency bullshit. This is also why some of you are isolating yourself. Shit is that deep because you know how much power you have because you are reconnecting with unconditional love. And the more you do that, the more the energies around you are going to make it difficult. But they're going to get tired out. They can't do that for much longer. They can't do that for much longer. That's why the energy ramps up in terms of people want to take you out of your alignment. And it happens over and over and over quicker than it usually does, just to distract you. Go back and center yourself. Do that as many times as you must. Look at that. Queen of Wands. The Lady of Science. Intense partnerships, faithfulness, cordiality. Yeah, get with people who vibe with you and create that vortex with people who think and move like you. Because that's also another trick that they actually put out into the collective. You got to mix and mingle. You got to be this and you got to do that, man. Fuck all that. If this is what you like to do and it brings you to center, granted, you and another person are not going to be exactly the same. But when it comes to beliefs, you better be mindful of as to what's what. Which is also part of the reason why, I don't do the DM stuff with people. Because the way I speak here on the live is the same way I am off of this. So let's say someone sends me a DM and I know how I am about the word. Yeah, I know the way I express myself when it comes to certain words, for instance, trying this, that, or whatever. Let's say someone sends me a post with the word trying, even if they didn't say it. For me, it's just like, one, you overstepping the boundary because I said no DMs. Two, the other boundary is that I'm out here, getting advising to just switch the way people speak because spells are words, right? Words are spells. And you want to send this post that has someone expressing that language. That's just me though. And I don't have a problem with disconnecting from people and aligning with those. I'm not saying you got to do everything I say, no. But the same way I'm going to take heed to the type of person you are, that's all I'm saying to do over here. Because in terms of the shadow work and really get into the bottom of it when it comes to myself and why I move that way, I know why. Because there's certain messages I have to put out here that is going to have to, it comes to the point where I have to be in a space where, I'm isolated myself. Does it affect people around me? Yes, but that's none of my business. The moment I make it my business, it absolutely becomes that. And now the energy gets all staticky and muddled up, which it doesn't have to. But because I know my purpose, I don't let that get to me no more. I don't let it get to me no more. I'll just remove you or block you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, listen. Every time I speak, I'm speaking life over myself. And as a warrior, sometimes it's the voice of nature, thunder and lightning to clean shit up. Yeah. Once you, yeah, change that vocabulary to fit your frequency. Absolutely. So let's continue. What were spells you caught yourself speaking over yourself? That word trying. You know when that hit for me? Being an athlete. Mentioned this quite a few times. I'm not trying to lift this weight. I'm not trying to run this speed because I'm not in this space. If I'm saying I'm trying, I'm literally sitting there at the line and not preparing myself to do. So if I say I am working to do this, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to say I'm going to try to do it because every time it always plays out too. It always played out accordingly. Every time I would tell myself, oh, I'm going to try to do this in this race. It don't happen. If I say I'm going to do it, it happens. If I say I'm going to try, my brain is still stuck in deciding. If I say I'm going to do it, now my brain is operating action. Feel me? So let somebody tell. Here's the best example, as previously stated as well. If a doctor comes to you and tells you, I am going to cure you versus I am going to try to cure you, which one you gonna go to? Which one actually shows you that it's going to happen? You know what I'm saying? So, and anytime you use that word, like for myself, this is what I did. I wasn't hard on myself when I would use that word. I would just take a moment and pause and just reflect on. I said I was going to try to do this, which means I have everything that I must have to do this. Why am I still in a position to make a decision about doing it by saying I'm trying? So yeah, man, great question though. What's another one? When it comes to mine, I'll let you know. Listen, half of the messages, the way my verbiage is when I deliver these messages, it's what I did with myself. Granted, what I did with myself may not work for everybody else, but the way my energy is set up, humans on Earth better get it together. I didn't. Now on that note, I feel Rod Hayes when he be like, I ain't gonna be here all day doing this shit now, helping people figure it out. Because it's gonna come a point now. Well, you got it figured out, and now we working on what it means to have it figured out, which is what we doing here. Depending on the question, we may have to like, all right, here this is what we doing now. Feel me? What's happening next here? What's in the immediate future? The Empress, Lud. The majors, majors, majors. Empress energy, I'm telling you, baby. And the Ace of Pentacles. All right, so the gods have spoken. The celestial supreme beings ain't you want to play, be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. All right, we going to the next one. You stay where the fuck you at, because it's time to give out rewards. This is reward season. So if you don't want to receive the deliverance, the reward, the healing, well, they're gonna take it to the next. Then you're gonna have to literally deal with what you're going to deal with, because you didn't want to handle it, and handling would be receiving the deliverance. So with this Empress energy here, this is nurturing, fulfillment, fertility, the essence of creativity and creating. Proof that your birthright is creation, and it's showing up next in your life. Now, what you do now reflects the level of abundance you receive. So I'm hearing think big while we're in this season of Gemini. Think big. Think big. What's the advice here with the King of Swords as a challenge? Yo, this is just major arcana after major arcana. The only minor or court card, rather, is the King of Swords, which is the challenge we already know that has something to do with legal issues, the law, or the military, or things of that nature. Mind manipulation, blocking you from your inner knowing and inner wisdom, which was clarified by Thoth and the Lady of Sciences. Selket Tefnut, highly significant. You have the Lover's card as your advice. Make a decision. As we were just sitting here talking about trying, make a decision. You're going to receive the deliverance, or you're going to focus on what you don't have yet, why it's not working, what people think, why you're doing what's in alignment to your highest purpose. You got the Ace of Pentacles with the High Priestess in the back, peeping. Deliverance through the dark. Through and out. It's in the environment here. Three of Pentacles. Mars and Capricorn. You know that jingle in the ice cream truck is a slavery jingle, right? So anytime we talk about this, I hear it. You got to get out of that mental imprisonment that you're in. Your focus is there. I get it. You hear it. But I notice you always mention it. That's just the message for you. It's time to wrap it up. Yep, sure is. The Three of Pentacles in your environment, there's an opportunity to work with other people who are in alignment with your Emperor, Empress energy, which is where you're showing up next. You have to just stay in alignment with your strength and your courage. Iron is significant. Consume more foods. Obviously, you know your health better than I do, but iron is significant. Iron sharpens iron. If it's not, you know the vibes. We have the Page of Swords here. This is something that's been building up for the last 2 years, a reward for the work that you've been doing that's going to align you with people of a much higher frequency of power, of confidence that you can lean on and rely on, and vice versa, without ulterior motives. But also, you have to, remember within the next couple of days to the 11th, to the 9th, that with Venus in opposition to Pluto, you're going to see, who is it that wants things from you for their own gain or mutual gain. But these situations or partnerships or opportunities that are coming towards you are all part of fate, the plan. But once it approaches you, you have free will, so your response is, something you want to be mindful of. In the position of hopes and fears here, rightfully so, with this Seven of Cups, confusion, options. I'm hearing, but what if it's not the... Remember, the question you ask reflects you. In the immediate future, you're stepping into this with the Empress energy, with strength, with lessons of the past, with the foundation that is in alignment to your soul here. You're being asked to stand still, so that way you're able to observe your thoughts, observe your environment, doing social group inventory on your social groups or social media platforms. Also, another way to detox mentally. What is it that you are following on Instagram? Because that word follow is no joke. What is it that you're following? Subscribe is way better. 7-Eleven. What else you have here? Regarding the Seven of Cups, we got the Six of Cups. Some of you are receiving answers here about your past life and gifts of your past life. Specifically about a partnership. Gable. The room Gable is right here, which speaks of a partnership. You have the Four of Swords here. 111, 111. What else you have here for this message? Yeah, that's basically when you ask yourself, what if? Just know whenever you say what if, it's reflecting you based on what you're asking what if to. So let's say you meet your actual divine counterpart, the connections you're supposed to have to do what you want to do for a living, and everything shows up at once, manifested. But you're still carrying these energies from the past cycle. And you ask yourself, what if? That very moment could be the moment where now you're repeating what if from a past cycle for the next 12 years, instead of you enjoying yourself being the Empress in this new cycle. Because the challenge with the King of Swords, Aquarius, is saying that your challenge is knowing. Or for some, it could be trusting in the unknown because there's something that you would want to know, but in terms of divine timing, the alignment hasn't yet happened for you to see that because of a possible thought process that you're still connected to. Okay. Especially with that opposition with Venus and Pluto, Venus and Leo, Pluto and Aquarius. Aquarius has to do, again, I know, mental, the mind, or air energy. Leo, Venus, Leo, doing what you love to do. And with that opposition, it's like, okay, Now we're looking to see if this is what you really want to do. Are you ready to do it? It shows up. Are you ready for it? So be careful what you wish for. You know, be careful. Be careful. You can look at that two ways, where you're apprehensive about stepping into the situation, or you care so much about it fully that you move into it. Because when it comes to cause and effect, what do we know? That cause and effect is influenced by what you care about. So you can look at that two ways. Let's see what else here. What's the outcome? What's the outcome? What is the outcome? Again with the Three of Swords? It landed right in the middle of the Three of Pentacles, the Empress, which is a 3, and the Lover's card, which is a 6. We got 333 here. Give me 1 second. Some of you, this has to do with respecting your own value when it comes to love and partnership. Three of Swords as the outcome. That's wild. That was the outcome yesterday. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is also a widow, though. An enigma. This came out yesterday with the Page of Pentacles. Yesterday, 20202 at the time on the timer. What the fuck? The Death card. It fell right on top of the Empress with the Six of Pentacles here. So yeah, with Venus and Leo for the next 4 months, and Pluto going into Capricorn, it's important for you to match the, like, when people be like, oh, it's an energetic match, you better make sure whomever and whatever it is that you surround yourself with these next couple months matches your energy. Don't rush anything. And on top of that, time is an illusion. You'll see clearer the illusion of time once you're able to really handle the way you bring order into chaos. Let me see. Relationships built on foundations and under roofs of a lesson will no longer be sharing space. Relationships of karmic reward, builded upon karmic reward and under the roof of karmic reward, is what's stepping in. With the World card here in the immediate past and the Lover's card as as the advice, this is like an Empress not aligning with the Emperor and aligning with the King instead of the Emperor. See, the Empress could be with the High Priest, and the High Priestess can be with the Emperor. But as far as an Empress being with the King or an Emperor being with the Queen, mm-mm. Let me look at this board here. Let me see. For this hangman to come out first, reflecting standing still, the whole story is here. But now, what I'm doing right now is playing out the energy. So give me a second. The candle's about to go out. It just did. Let me see what 720 saying. 72207. What the? Ability, strength, virility, wealth, brilliance. 20. I shall subdue, I shall roam. A rod, a rod, a rod. The phase of the animal nature in man that is characterized by the ass. Mm. Meekness, stubbornness, persistency, and endurance. These qualities are good when they are directed by the true I am, but are destructive when given over to sense rule. So that's confirming that. Any relationship that you're in that pertains to a karmic lesson that you haven't learned yet, it's about to you source about to hit fast forward on that motherfucker. That's what's gonna happen. Fast forward, rewind to the okay. This came up in a message a while ago. There was a moment in your life where you had everything you could possibly ask for and more. I'm not putting age into this because some of you, this could even be from the moment that you were two, as far as your soul knowing, the path that it wanted to take. Listen, okay. So you were at a point in your life, okay, where you were fully connected to receiving all that you wanted plus more. Then life paused. Energetically, life paused to save that space so that way you can take the journey right back around to that moment and you're in that moment now. That's what I just got. The world, activity. This could have been ages now. Show me the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups was good. So, yeah. Wow. Seven of Cups clarified by the Seven of Cups. Like I said, you in that moment right now. See how he's pointing? Like now. Make a choice now. Clarify this energy. You got the Ace of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. Some of you can feel this, that you were placed into a protection bubble. This will be somebody in this protection bubble, like I just mentioned. You walk outside, you're in this protection bubble. You know you outside, you seeing people, and they're smiling back at you, but they're not smiling at you because they don't fucking see you. There's an idea or thought that comes across their mind where they're like in this state of bliss, and they just, you know how when you just walking around and you just have a moment with yourself and you just smile? Well, for some of you in here, that's happening to people that you walk past, but they don't see you because you're in this bubble right now. So that way you can receive. So it's like you're waiting for that. What the? Okay. Show me more about the Seven of Cups before I go over here. Show me more about that. Tis reading about to get weird. Yeah. 2 hours in. It's only right. It's only right. Intuition. Right brain. Oh boy. Well, I heard the name Larry. Don't know. That's Larry. Seven of Cups, Five of Cups. But the initial message is the Seven of Cups, Six of Cups. So with the Five of Cups coming up here as clarity, this is what you have to go back to, why things stop, so you can clear out this sorrow, pains, and regrets. Because with sorrow, pains, and regrets, you may not even reach this king stage. Yeah, you may not even reach this king stage. You'll stay as a knight, as a messenger in terms of the hierarchy here on this, in this realm, in terms of the physical. But as far as, okay, you remain as a knight in the physical, as a messenger, but not the messenger who channels. Because if you were the messenger that channels, you wouldn't be in that position that you're in terms of, okay, so you're no longer having to go to battle physically. But as long as you block yourself because of other situations, you're constantly in these physical battles or wars, instead of being able to get to the root of it spiritually. So if you're someone that carries that Virgo energy, or you love to analyze things, what would help would be looking at the polar opposite energies of all of your planets and placements. Obviously, that's going to take some time, but that you have. You have time. You can make the time to learn about yourself, so that way you're not, giving up your time to someone else who has learned themselves and now you're working for them. That's just a message for for all of you, whatever. But yeah. Venus, Mars, Scorpio, Seven of Cups, Venus, Scorpio. Five of Cups, Mars and Scorpio. Show me the Six of Cups. Just don't give up, I heard. Some of you have felt like giving up on this path. You may not feel that way, but your actions reflect someone who has given up. Six of Cups is the King of Wands. Leo energy, giver of wisdom, spirit of leadership. Ten of Swords. We are in this deacon of the Ten of Swords now, which is walking away from betrayal, freeing your mind, which clears your path. Letting bygones be bygones, freeing your mind, clearing yourself from betrayal. You may want to incorporate hibiscus. There goes the Three of Swords again. So something about that message yesterday then too. What the fuck is going on here? Oh boy. The Queen of Swords. No, the Queen of Swords is the widow, not the Queen of Cups. Okay. Okay. The Queen of Cups has done everything on her own. Don't got time to be playing with anybody or anyone. When it comes to that moment of stepping into the Empress. And going back to the beginning of this live with the rune Hanged Man here, Issa, also has to do with people perceiving you as being cold. Four of Cups. Or like something's wrong with you. Or like you depressed or something because you isolating yourself. Don't let that get to you. Because then your ass gonna become depressed. And that shit ain't nothing to play with. Because depression is you being stuck in the past cycle. Anxiety, too far ahead, too focused, too putting too much focus on what's out there. Depression, what's back there. Who's in charge of the body here right now? This row right on top of the Hangman. The Empress. Okay. Prime example of where you're going, everybody can't go with you. Yeah, I know that. But are you moving that way? Are you responding to current events in your life that way? If there's a frame of mindset that you have with global situations and people around you are not in alignment with that, that's a prime example. Venus in Leo, Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, where it's time for you to disconnect from that. So Pluto is going to make you change, and it can feel like the Three of Swords. But that won't be, it's not permanent. It's a temporary phase that you may go through where you feel that Three of Swords, but you better change. Look at that. Knight of Cups, the Emperor with what? The Eight of Cups. Wow. The Eight of Cups came out, justice. If you don't walk away from a situation, the situation will walk away from you. So either way, there's going to be a change. Show me the Three of Swords up there then. Either way, you're going to have to shift, and you're going to feel this energy a lot more come July, stepping into August. when Venus goes retrograde on this 22nd of July. Venus, Pluto, and Saturn will be retrograde. Saturn and Pluto have to do with the collective. Venus is about your core values. So anytime you have a planet that is going retrograde, it's about reflecting, going within. Oh, what's the Three of Swords here? What's the Three of Swords? Three of Swords is the Page of Cups and the Four of Wands. When pigs fly, out of the blue, something out of the norm, unconventional partnerships. So, if this is like finding out about a situation or people around you or your situation where it's just like day and night. Because with the Four of Wands, well, there's two feminines here in celebration, and you got the Page of Cups. So the best example I can give you is the following. You're in a relationship that you have invested so much time in, right? And you start to see that you and your partner, this could be business or romantic, 22, and you notice that the growth process has become stagnant, but you don't know what to say. But what you didn't know was that the person also had a mutual feeling. So divine intervention plays out where now there's a conversation or a message. This is like a text message or email where somebody is deciding to disconnect from a partnership. And it's because, you know, the reason why you were in each other's lives has played out already. So energetically, your souls already know how to move about this. So it's a clear disconnect where there are no hurt feelings here. It's just an understanding, overstanding, understanding, like, you know what? It is what it is type of thing. And you may even be able, let's say if this is someone that you were in a relationship with romantically, you may be able now to have a business partnership with this person, but that really depends on who it is that you're dating next and how you go about that. So that's a whole other thing too. So the Death card comes out. Wow. Yeah, that's what that is. Then okay, it's clear as day. Whatever it is that you're uncomfortable doing, there is already a mutual understanding, and overstanding on the opposite end. King of Pentacles. So now we got the King of Pentacles and King of Wands out here showing up. So this is endings that happen, but they're harmonious still. Show me the Decision card. Show me the Lovers card here. Get the fuck out of here. Two of Cups. A decision about a lover. For real, lover. 10 of Cups. Are you happy? Are your values in alignment with one another? If not, even when it comes down to the things that's going on globally, is your perception and their perception in alignment to where it may be different, but it doesn't cause friction in your partnership? If it causes friction where You start to feel uncomfortable, or you feel like you have to walk on eggshells when you're speaking to this person. And no, that's you got to get up on out of there. If especially if you're unable to have a conversation about it. That's another form of breaking generational curses, where people just stay in things just to make it work out because of the dynamics of family or having children. Is that it just creates more brokenness. Because don't think your children don't. I mean, we were all in that. Like, if you have experienced that, you know when your parents are cool with each other, or sensing that they don't fuck with each other, like that has an effect on your psyche as as you grow, especially if it occurs between 0 and 7. If it occurs between 0 and 7 and you're around dysfunctional partnerships, your ethereal body knows that, and it has to work out through life, shedding that skin, shedding that energy off through its own experiences. 8 of Pentacles, Lovers, 2 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. Yeah, some of you gonna be happier, doing your own thing. And then meeting somebody who understands that, okay, so working on your happiness as far as you being someone who doesn't conform to society. So okay. Now, this is about insecurities. You could be someone who, you know, a lot of people know you. You may not know a lot of people, but a lot of people know you. And you may have a partner who's uncomfortable with the way people gravitate towards you. That's their insecurity, though. So that's also one of those things here where there needs to be a conversation or decisions made, or somebody needs to figure out what their trust issue is. Because it's not the people, it's oneself and that word trust. Where are you putting it? Are you putting it in a place where you can rely, lean on, and be confident? If not, it's not the person you have an issue with as far as trust. Is you with where you're placing your trust. That's like having a newborn baby and leaving it outside your front door for 3 hours or something like that. In the hood, around where on every door they say there are nothing but kidnappers out here. But what? Drastic, but get the point. So yeah, there goes the Hermit. Show me the Hangman. The King of Pentacles. Being placed in a position by the universe, okay? So that way you can reflect on whether you have courage to move forward. Are you connected to your valor? The wisdom that you've gained through the lessons you may have experienced, especially with this 3 of Swords coming out here, is speaking of Saturn and Libra. So lessons, obstacles, and challenges you've experienced in partnerships, or something having to do with aesthetics. So it's like you having to dim your light around certain people. That was also, like, for some of you, that was part of your journey where you had to recognize where you have done that, but in a way that you recognize it and stop doing that and get around people who celebrate you for all that you are. And with the wolf here, speaks of the Pathfinder. Wow, King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. With the wolf is speaking of the Pathfinder. Okay. And knowing that the path that you take here, again, everybody's not going to go with you. With this Knight of Pentacles, I'm hearing work, co-workers, the Hangman. The way these cards are just bloop, bloop, bloop. Some of you physically need to invert yourself too. Like get on the monkey bars, and hang your legs on it, and just hang and swing. Page of Pentacles. That's great. This will help you to ground yourself, especially during the season of Gemini where your thoughts can be everywhere. And then with Mercury going into Gemini too. Yeah. While Mercury's in Gemini, you got about good 10 more days while the sun is in Gemini. So yeah, it's like don't get too obsessive about certain situations that are not working out. Ten of Swords is the third decan of Gemini, which is starting on the 11th. We'll start the third decan of Gemini. So the full moon in Pisces that is going to occur during Virgo season is going to be that pivotal moment for some of you here. Because with the Hangman coming out as your current situation, there's something here that you're being prepared for that arrives in September. You're being prepared for something that arrives in September. So you're being prepared for that retrograde Venus and Leos from July 22nd to the 3rd, where you'll be doing this type of reflection on a much deeper level. It's something you close out and something comes back in where you're like, wait a minute. I know I closed that cycle out. I know I healed myself from that. Why is this still present? Just a checkpoint. Here's an example. Wow. It's kind of fucked up, but I get it. Okay? Because the Lover's card is here. So let's say you had this strong attraction to a particular person, but the timing was always off. And then you end up meeting another person. Okay. So much so that you're like, I'm so glad that that last situation didn't work out, so this can come in. But this thing here, as far as that statement being prepared for something that occurs in September, that past attraction that you had shows up during that retrograde. Now, you had a similar feeling to this past person, the same way you decided, the same feelings that came up when this new person came along. Remember, this new person came along and you said, I'm glad that last situation didn't work out or didn't fall through. But then they decide to show up around that time. Now, remember, between now and the 11th, you're being able to see what people's motives are. Because it's going to prepare you for that time period between July and September. Is just like this could have to do with anything, like a job, whatever. Okay? At this point, that's just an example in terms of wanting something that doesn't work out, seeing something better, but was it actually better? Are you going to really, like, sources testing or the universe is checking to see if you're really going to be all in or one foot in and one foot out? Because some of you may have come from a relationship too where the person that you were with was confused about you and somebody else, but you may not have known about that, but you felt the projections of it. Okay, so now, if that's not even your situation in terms of a past relationship, this could be some of the um, generational curses that you're disconnecting yourself from. It's like a part of you where you know that you're secure and this, that, but then you're second guessing something that you know you're passionate about doing, and you just need to get to the bottom of it. But what are you getting to the bottom of? Now you're going to realize what you're getting to the bottom of. So it'll help you to make the appropriate decision in alignment to your highest purpose. And now you're no longer conforming to a past tradition or all this other stuff. Let me see what this what's the world card in the immediate past? Child. What's the world card? The Four of Swords fell right on top of the Lover's card, though. And it's this rune on her arm. So, you were in a karmic lesson in the past to learn about your creative essence. This is like somebody creating a series, like the series All American on Netflix. It's inspired by a true story. So something like that. For some of you, it's a book. Like you really came into this lifetime to do this specific thing. And you chose the cycles you've gone through for that reason. To get the rawness of the material you're going to use for your creative expression. Four of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. Wow. Did we clarify the King of the Three of Pentacles? No, we did not. So, what's in the past is in your environment right now. Okay. How you're being viewed right now is similar to how you were viewed in the past. What's the Three of Pentacles? It fell right on top of the Sun card, the Three of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands. Oh, wait. I don't. Okay, somebody feel like they can get one over on you then, because this is something or someone in your environment. Look at her face. Like, let me see if they're gonna really. This could be like also if you are also a reader where people test you, but you ain't the one to be tested. Like there's one thing for people to ask questions, and there's another way you can sense when people are testing you. That's what this shit feel like too. And I feel that this is because this is a moon in Sagittarius, so this is subconsciously happening. This person may just be the vessel that is hosting this energetic spirit to test you, to see if you're ready to receive what is rightfully yours. 7:55 right now. Show me a Three of Pentacles. Are you ready to receive what's rightfully yours? Yeah, moon. Subconscious energy, Queen of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles, Venus and Virgo, which is September energy. September 2nd to 11th, 12th, around there. You're being prepared for this. 9/9 is significant then. September 3rd to the 9th. Some of you already have something planned, and that's just keep in mind there's something. This is like, not like, this would be you. Let's say you had an invitation to speak or do something with your art, and it didn't go the way you practiced or rehearsed it. Now you're getting that same opportunity again, and the energy that made you feel like you weren't ready at the moment that it was time to perform is going to show up again. But don't let it consume you. Don't let it consume you. What's the Death card? Don't let it consume you. Five of Swords, which is in the outcome here. Self-sabotaging thoughts with Three of Swords, Five of Swords, Three of Swords. You're clearing this out. You started to clear this out from the month of May. Okay. Archangel Haziel, May 1st to the 5th. And then the Three of Wands. Know who you are. Trust in yourself. Know who you are. You've gone through this for a reason. Knight of Cups. And you know the reason. This has to do with an invitation. Okay. So this could be somebody you've already went on a first date with. And you think it didn't go as planned, but you're about to find out why there was a disconnect. So that's, oh boy. It's like you thought someone ghosted you, but they went through a moment of isolation just like you did. It's like the moment that they met you, 2/44/11, the moment that they met you, their higher self started to get in closer contact to their body. So it created this distance between you and them. It fell right on top of the Empress card and the immediate past. We have the Hierophant, stepping into a higher level of commitment. I'm telling you, a higher level of spirituality, the High Priest. What we got here in the immediate future is the Empress. Empress with the Hierophant, or the Emperor with the High Priestess. Three of Cups, reconciliation. That takes off into a high level of commitment. Yep. Strength card, which at the crown of your reading. Let's look at the Strength card. At the forefront of your mind, you have courage to. You have the courage to break free from all of this drama now. You have the strength and courage to break free from this drama. Tell me more. or any obstacles that are any forms of opposition to your plan, to your manifestation. It made you stronger. It made you stronger. I'm hearing a prophet, because a prophet or a seer, your sight got better. Your sight got better. That's significant. Your sight got better. So communication about your core values, because you see here, your sight got better. Yeah, of seeing beyond this world. You began to trust what you valued. Right eye, Taurus or Ra. Left eye, Horus or Pisces. What's this? Yes, that's what it is. That's what it is. The spiritual warrior. Ten of Cups energy right here. Ten of Cups. May 1st, 2019. This could be something that comes back from 2019 to see if you learned your lesson. What the fuck? Are you going to take the leap of faith? The strength card is back at the top here. Just know, continue to trust your synchronicities, because I'm reading the cards and the energy is just showing up as, okay, this is cause and effect, or you were here for this reason, to go around this way or to go this way, so you can see the value of this. Okay? Eight of Cups. Walking away from what no longer serves you, so you can see the value of this. I feel like doing another spread. Page of Wands. This is going to be a long live. We bobbing. Page of Wands is a message from an ally, a lover. Could be a young fire sign, specifically someone younger than you, Sagittarius energy, or within 10 weeks. Fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, and Aries, the Emperor. The Empress came out here twice. So let's see what else going on here. Hey. Let's see what Pluto in Capricorn retrograde is going to bring in. 249. Did I mix them? Sure did. Well, Pluto in Capricorn is going to bring in what's it going to bring in? A secret thing, fate. Okay. Divination. The result of the manipulation of cause and effect. It's going to bring in initiation of something concealed, a secret thing, fate. Well, what do you know? God is all at the bottom of the deck. Cancer, Capricorn, 2019 is significant. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You may not be a movie star. You may not drive a real fast car, but I love you in every way. You know what I mean? I love you in every way. I don't know why. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Let's see. Pluto and Capricorn, what are you going to bring in for the collective? Hey, what are you bringing? Okay, here we go. What are you going to bring in, Pluto, for the collective? Show me it. What is, wow, not getting, okay, yin yang and adjacent possibilities. Oh, source one, play. Okay, well, Pluto. Yin and yang. Well, I was about to say ancient possibilities. Hmm. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Yin and yang, huh? Something concealed. A secret thing. Oh boy. No third parties. Wow. Temple Path. 2012. Jupiter was also in Taurus. 2022 and next year is going to be something to think about. Yin yang, adjacent possibilities regarding the temple's path is what Pluto and Capricorn retrograde is bringing in for the collective. I need to see the shapes of the constellation right quick. Which one is this? These three dots? Oh, yeah, that's significant then. Pisces. We're looking at June 11th to October 10th. Something from the unknown. A secret thing in alignment to your initiation. The beginning and end are set. What's in between is yours. Nothing is in vain, all is remembered. A play or game is coming through here. A play or game. Pluto, what are you bringing in for the collective while you're in retrograde in Capricorn as of June 11th? Also, a trip to an island. Action. Patience. Let me get the cards out. What are you bringing in here? In the center of this, there's attachment. Coming up under adjacent possibilities. The possibility of obsession. Walk away in reverse. Okay, something you're still attached to that you haven't walked away from in order to bring the yin and yang into balance. This is what Pluto and Capricorn is going to bring back into your life. Patience is still here at the bottom of the deck, 10-10, which is when it goes direct. That clock is literally on 10-10. Okay. The thinking man is coming up under the yin and yang in action. This could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius that you may have shared a home with, your body with, or have children with, or business with. Okay. This is going to be the moment you release the root of anxiety. Community. This could also have to do with certain social platforms that you're on that you're going to be disconnecting from, because this is also bringing in some form of anxiety because of the energetic signatures connected to it. And this is what Pluto and Capricorn is bringing to the forefront, so you can cut yourself from this energy. The reason why you came across these particular energies was for you to gain clarity as to where you were at in your life when it came to your initiation or something that was concealed, as you are a healer of the ages. This could also pertain to a particular spiritual belief. Archangel Metatron, 6th chakra. He said you are an oracle. But this one particular instance is coming back in, so that way it's no longer concealed, but it has been concealed until you are prepared to see it head on. Can you show me this? Is really picking up the energy of reincarnation right now in terms of the beginning of the age of Pisces. Or the age of Aries. What's going on here? Two of Swords and the Knight of Cups. Yeah, this is Pisces. Emotions connected to memories. Oh, about someone from the past that is your twin flame. That's your divine counterpart, your soul counterpart, your soul flame. The Emperor. From the age of Aries. Yeah, because it would take Pluto 200 plus years to step back into the sign of Capricorn. So there's either a grandparent or a great-grandparent energy that is going to be surrounding you at this time to help you through this process, this next stage of an initiation, because you already stepped into a new level. Okay. Show me attachment in the center. Attachment in the center. Certain foods that you have to be mindful of consuming. This is what causes certain triggers that you may have. Attachment. Saturn in Pisces. And while it's in retrograde, also the ruler of Capricorn. Pluto in Capricorn is what we're looking at. But its ruler, Saturn, will also be going retrograde on the 17th. And you have the 17th Oracle card of action here with attachment right after it that's being clarified by the Eight of Cups, walking away from what no longer serves you. What is this exactly? I'm hearing allowing something to get too far. Jupiter and Libra. Allowing something to expand when it's not in alignment to your purpose. Something that was stunting your growth. We have the Hierophant, Taurus. Walking away from traditional ways of study. Five of Wands, the Devil. the Knight of Swords. A way of processing information. Or this could be an attachment that is happening between you and a sibling or a cousin. And due to the relation that you have, blood, when they're at a state of responding with the lower mind, you feel it and you tend to carry their burdens. But now it's time to walk away from that. Some of you wouldn't allow yourself to grow when it comes to a particular project because you don't want to sound like what you have to say or do is to get back at someone, but what you're doing is really just telling your story. Or your creative expression has to do with the life that you live, but you held back because you didn't want certain relatives to feel a certain way. That you can't control the way anyone feels, but the way you feel about you. Shit, some of y'all, they may not even know what you're doing because they may not even be, involved in what it is that you are doing to see, so don't hold yourself back. Yeah, the Hermit. Mercury in Virgo. Let's see. May 9th or 59th could be significant here too. It's like this is why you hold yourself back, because you don't want anybody coming towards you, saying certain things that won't allow you to go towards what you want to do. With walking away in reverse and community at the bottom of it. So you're building a community, but there's something you have to walk away from. Or a way of thinking that you have to walk away from. Let's walk away in reverse. I feel like for some of you, you may have Pluto going through your 4th house of home and family. Yeah, 2 of Cups and a 9 of Pentacles for walking away in reverse. So that's a breakup. Indecision here about a breakup. Now I'm smelling powder. There is no powder anywhere in sight in here, but I smell powder. My love. 1099 This could be someone that works with the union. You'll find out. That's what powder equates to in the gematria. Environment, you'll find out. Sudden rapture soon. Weather. God's authority. Raise the key. RAYS, the key. So today is the third light ray, which is the pink flame. That could be a clear sign where it's like you see like randomly like a pink flame somewhere. Like if you go to a dinner or something like that and your candles, and all of a sudden you're seeing like this pink flame surrounding it, that could be a significance to you here. Then we got Virgin Islands. Speaking of islands, you are the hidden sun, the tribe of Levi. For some of you, there's something hidden here in regards to either St. Croix or ID. When you smoke weed is usually when you tend to gain clarity about this, or something you tend to watch, or some form of pattern happens. But when you're in that state, you may not have realized the importance of it. We have reservoir here. It says just chilling. Once again, I'm looking at the gematria for powder. Break of dawn. Nicholas Johnson. Prime directive. Twin O. You may have the same blood type as this person. Venus. King David. They may wear the Star of David. Nicholas, Tiffany, Horace, Vanessa, Oliver. Source, Wizard, Gilgamesh, Tower, Awesome Beginning, Rodney, Mustafa, Elizabeth, my wife, Shelley, Louise, Claude, okay, Hudson, Zach Carr, Samson, getting to know your Delilahs. That shit says messy right after that. You know what? Look at that Ace of Cups. Show me the Two of Cups with the Nine of Pentacles walking away. I fell on top of attachment. Eight of Swords, self-sabotaging thoughts regarding what? Moving forward. Six of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and starting anew. Self-sabotaging thoughts about moving forward, starting anew, and really aligning with their true happiness here. What's the confusion? Two of Swords, Queen of Cups, Fourth house, foundation, home, mother. Five of Pentacles. It's not what it seems. You're not out of the situation. You're so in it that you even got a key to enter. Let's see. Show me the Queen of Cups right on top of anxiety. In reverse, the Hermit. Taking the moment to go within. Taking the moment to go within after such a long journey here on the temple path. Recognizing the attachments. With the Devil here at the top of the deck, and at the center you have the Five of Cups. Sorrow, pains, and regrets. Don't regret anything you chose to do. Just take it as a learning experience. You know, now they're just showing me the Nine of Wands. This could have been something that you've done over and over and over again. You have to forgive yourself for that. Like, it's okay. It's okay if you decide to do, you know, the opposite, which is not doing that same, whatever that was, over and over again. What's adjacent possibilities? What's adjacent possibilities? Ooh. Your emotions playing tricks on you here about walking away from what no longer serves you. That's how strong this attachment is. And this is what Pluto and Capricorn is going to be bringing back into your life. Again, this has something to do with traditions. Then Four of Pentacles, the fear of not having enough. There could be it could be an energetic cord of a way of thinking about money when it comes to your family, about not having enough, or the way people move in terms of scarcity. Ten of Swords. This could be occurring right now. Well, this will be third deacon Gemini, which is when Pluto goes into Capricorn on the 11th of June. So what will happen? What will happen here for the collective? Once they get to the bottom of the depths of whatever this challenge is. Okay. Within 10 weeks. Within 10 weeks, you're going to receive a message from an ally that's going to bring a surge back into your passion or what you're passionate about. This could be a blast from the past. Six of Cups. I'm also getting, because Six of Cups is Sun in Scorpio, this is you getting you back, your vitality back. Yep. Yep. In reverse. Ashe. Five of Wands in reverse. No more drama. Once you get to the bottom of this, show me the moon. Eight of Cups. Show me the moon with the Eight of Cups. Show me the moon. Be mindful of the void of course moon and starting something new. On the 18th, which is also a new moon, usually you plant seeds or get things started during the new moon, but you're going to want to do that after or the day before. So the new moon is on the 18th. You're going to want to do something instead on the 16th or the 19th, because it'll be a void of course moon. And on a void of course moon, anything planted is like planting a seed in no soil. There's a void, so there's nothing there. Six of Wands. Wow. The moon, Eight of Cups is the Six of Wands. Once you get to the bottom of this is within 10 weeks, you'll receive something new that comes into your life. The fuck in the blast from the past. Six of Cups. Ten of Cups. So, back to where we started. It's got something to do with 250 years ago. What happened 250 years ago? What happened 250 years ago? Hold on now. 248 years. Used Ashe. Hi, beloved. Evelyn the Benevolent. Appreciate you. Yep, 3 hours and 21 seconds. And what happened 248 years ago? Okay. Ooh, Sagittarius. Number 2. Pisces. Ooh, Wednesday. Full moon. I'm telling you, full moon in Pisces. Wednesday is ruled by Mercury. Full moon in Pisces is Virgo season. Mercury also it rules Virgo and Gemini. The Sagittarius full moon helped you to see. It opened your eye to see. It opened the eye to see. Then we have the red moon. Red planetary moon. If you a red planetary moon, I'm smelling paint. I just smell paint. Hold on. Okay. Let me see what significant paintings from 1780. The Moonlight Battle of Cape St. Vincent. Give me some pictures. Elizabeth Viggy Lebrun painting. One of those most famous paintings we see of George Washington is significant. Go figure. This is like, not like, this would be a feeling of the moment in slavery where people would run away and were able to be free depending on where they were on the side of the Mason-Dixon line until they put out this treaty that no matter where you were, if you were a slave, if they catch you, that's your ass. So feeling free, but not necessarily being free just because you're not in that state. So that could be like a very deep emotional, spiritual wound that Pluto and Capricorn retrograde is bringing around. Having the freedom, but not actually feeling free. Always having to look over your shoulder. How do they, what do they do to connect to this victory and success from that feeling? What do you advise them to do to connect to that feeling of victory and success and freedom, freedom of the mind? Because freedom and clarity of the mind, the path is clear. It is a path of least resistance for manifestation that allows them to enjoy the party when Pluto goes back into Aquarius. What do you suggest the collective at this time do? What do you want them to do? That was the Eight of Cups. Walk away from what no longer serves you is key. For some of you, this is going to be an uncomfortable task depending on who it is. Again, family is significant. There's a certain boundary you're having to set. And then we have what we want to do. Set that boundary. Anxiety. It'll help you to get out of. Yeah, it's okay. All right. It's either cut it out completely. For some of you, someone you have to cut out completely. You know who it is because you've been asking yourself, am I really supposed to do this? Do I really have to do this? Others of you is just minimize the communication or the length of time that you communicate with this person, because it's like a threshold when it goes into a story of pity, and you pick up on that, and the way you pick up on it is to clear it out. And if the person is not prepared to clear themselves from that frequency of lack, whatever demon is connected to that is going to constantly fight you. Because as strong as you are, it has to get stronger to fight off whoever it is getting them to disconnect from them so they no longer have a host. You see? The moon. Sheesh. It's a maternal figure. It's a maternal figure. Or some of you who are mothers, you have to be mindful if you're smothering your child or if you are just being their mother. Empress. The star. Moon in Aquarius, which will be happening shortly. Yeah, 4:42 a.m. Eastern time. You may be receiving answers from your ancestors from this time frame that's going to give you may see a scenario, even if you don't remember it, you have gone through, the setting of it through your dream state where now your brain is able to formulate what you're going to do next and the way you move when you wake up. Okay? Somebody need in your mind to feel unconditional of a towards them regardless of yes. Yeah. That's the importance now, yeah, of the unconditional love towards these people that you disconnect from or feel like you have to disconnect from, or not feeling guilty or allowing them to make you feel guilty. Again, no one can make you do anything but you. So because it'll keep you in that same cycle as if you were still there. 844. The Hierophant in reverse. This is what I mean. Why it's important to disconnect from people. I get it. They could be, you love them dearly, but this is an energy you have to love from a distance until they're ready to let go of their own demons, Yeah, something in the past here. Blast from the past. It's spelled sideways right on top of the Seven of Wands and the Moon. It is the Fool card. Can't take the baggage with you. Toughen up, buttercup. Love is on the way. You receiving unconditional love in a partnership depends on this move. As above, so below. This is what you came here for. Man. Sally Jesse Raphael. Okay. These belong here. Let's look at the thinking man, shall we? Keep these here. Ooh. 'Thinking man. Clear. Just smell the spark of a match. Ace of Wands vibes. Let's see. Spark of a match. 846. $846 is a wall, beams, structures, and spark of a match, burning down the wall. XRP, okay. Antichrist, Aaliyah, Hurricane Ida, the Prince of Peace, Mothership, the highest calling, Red Sea moment. All right now. Thinking man. Well, you got Moses and shit. You got to be fucking kidding me. So who going to a mountain? Spark up a match. Aaron, the name Aaron could be significant. Who's a high priest? Spark of a match. What are these mountains called? Among the peaks in this range of mountains, Abiram, are Nebo, Pisgah, and Peor. It was from the top of one of these mountain peaks that Moses was shown the land of Canaan, which was to be possessed by the Israelites. It was there that Moses died, that Moses' consciousness or understanding of divine law was merged into the I am of Joshua, which is another name for I am. So many names associated with I am in the Bible. Many names. Moses means drawing out, extracting from water. What was it that it smells like a burning match. Okay. House of response. Kidney. The kidney. The spirit's response to the cry of the soul for deliverance from opposing thoughts. Spark of a match. Ace of Wands comes out. The thinking man. What's this? Four of Swords. Huh. There goes King of Swords. Aquarius energy, which was in the center as far as the challenge was concerned. Okay. Has to do with the attachment. Five of Swords, Venus in Aquarius. Now they reminded me of the message from yesterday where there was a connection with you and someone, but it didn't evolve into that yin and yang essence because of their surrounding, the people that they were surrounded by, always in their ear and influencing them to be someone that they were not, and they didn't know themselves fully, but now they're seeing clearly, the thinking man. Because the divine is stepping in. The Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Answering the call of their soul. What about the Temple Path? Something here about someone under some heavy depression or anxiety. Ten of Swords. The Sun card, yes. Queen of Cups again. And Ten of Pentacles because of family. For the last 248 years. Four of Wands. The end of betrayal also in happiness in the home. Judgment. Sideways on walk away. The Moon. Whatever it is that you're thinking about planning, new moon in Gemini, for real, before it, do it before, while you're healing, soothing, and surrendering, or after. So 16, early in the day, 17th, or 19th moving forward. Because when we look at the, that makes sense too. When we look at the moon oracle deck, new moon in Gemini, is it the answers you need? No, communication is key. Communicating with who? Yeah, the moon 18 is significant. Communicating with a Pisces is too. This thinking man could be communicating with someone that has transitioned. An Empress. For clarity. Yes. A Hierophant. Absolutely. For clarity about this attachment. The Star. Wow. And then the Strength card. Leo, Aquarius. So this right here, this is for those of you who really are tapped in with, I chose this path, this lifetime, for a reason. To complete this out, I remember exactly what I'm doing, who I'm doing this with, who not to do it with, who to get out of the equation, who to put into the equation or put back into the equation, so that way the royal bloodline can be what it was supposed to be. My loves, that is it. I love you. Okay. Good night.